forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
At 10 o'clock, temperatures remain very mild. In fact, many spots remain over 80 degrees. 83 in Lincoln, 84 in Springfield, 82 in Effingham, 81 in Mattoon, and 79 in Champaign. Now, we are looking at a few cells that are still out there this evening, some of which still could have some strong winds with them, but nothing severe as of right now. Just looking at relatively quiet conditions overlooking Champaign and our Bratcher weather camera on our Roofing Dog INET. Winds are out of the south up to around the upper 30-mile-per-hour range. There's no more wind advisory, though, and these winds will slowly subside overnight tonight going into the day tomorrow. Our forecast planner does still call for tomorrow more in the way of some breezy conditions with a few showers and storms, and so we'll time things out with Future Track in a little bit. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
The last bit of Cristobal came and went, but it didn't go quietly.
I feel like it's important for this community to participate in something like this. We have the platform to use our voice.
And it's being used to help give Black-owned businesses a boost. How others are chipping in. Sometimes the greatest gift is the one of giving. How one boy decided to help others for his birthday.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Downed tree limbs were a fairly common sight today as what was left over from Cristobal blew through the area. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. Cristobal was downgraded to a tropical depression, but it still left damage in its wake. Wind knocked over a tree that partially destroyed a sign at the Salvation Army location on Prospect Avenue in Champaign, leaving it bent and broken, as you can see there. And over in Champaign's Westside Park, wind split a tree down the middle, leaving a good chunk of that on the ground. And Ameren was called out tonight to fix damaged lines and power poles. More than 200 customers in Champaign County were without power because of wind damage. Most of that has been restored as of tonight. But that's not all we had today. Meteorologist Jack Griffin joins us in the Weather Center tonight. Jack, we also had funnel clouds and some brief touchdowns.
That's right, Jess. These occurred in Iroquois County, and we have a couple pictures of them sent in from viewers. This first one was from Cody. He sent this one when that funnel cloud or brief tornado was just west of Onarga. And there's another picture of it there. And you can actually tell with this one from the Gilman area sent in by Derek that you can see a little bit of some dust being picked up at the ground level there, signifying that that actually would be on the ground as a weak tornado. As is typically the case with some of these tropical systems, when they come through, there is a lot of spin in the atmosphere, and so we were able to see those brief little spin-ups that occur with those storms. In fact, looking at Storm Tracker Doppler right now, we still do have some storms out there. The cells that did create those little brief funnel clouds and tornadoes, as you can see as on the loop, there actually was not any lightning with them, so we actually couldn't call them a thunderstorm because there wasn't any lightning with it. But we do have some thunderstorms right now by the Leroy and Hayworth areas, as well as a few other cells that are back off to the west. So we'll keep an eye on things here this evening, but overall, though, the severe threat has subsided thanks to the fact that the sun has gone down. Jess?
All right, Jack, we'll see you again in a few. After days of marching and protesting throughout central Illinois, people are asking what comes next. Activists are urging protesters to speak up at city council and school board meetings. And they're also calling on people to support Black-owned businesses. And as WCIA 3's Jen Lask shows us, other businesses are answering that call.
Put your money where your heart is.
Buy Black Chambana's editor, Mariah Madison, is launching an emergency relief fund.
So the relief fund is for businesses, Black-owned businesses here in Champaign-Urbana that have been affected by not only COVID-19, but systemic racism.
Each Friday, the total money raised for the week will be donated to one Black-owned business in the community chosen at random. The goal is to give them more resources and visibility. Business owners are stepping up. Ye Olde Donut Shop is matching and donating sales from its Black Lives Matter chocolate squares this week. Industrial Donut is teaming up with CBPB Popcorn Shop for a special topping. And Hopscotch Bakery is joining Bakers Against Racism, a virtual bake sale happening across the country.
I feel like it's important for this community to participate in something like this. We have the platform to use our voice.
Hopscotch will donate proceeds from the sales of bread pudding, cookie sandwiches, and cupcakes to Black Lives Matter and Buy Black Chambana, with pre-orders happening now for a June 20th pickup.
Just being able to do that one tiny thing, as silly as cookies are, but it that's how we can make a difference right now.
I'm loving the support that we're getting from the community, and I guess it just really feels well to be supported and know that we matter.
The 24-year-old knows firsthand the challenges grassroots initiatives face.
Most of the time, the organizers are funding it out of pocket. So that means that the marginalized people are using their dollars to try to correct things that are going on in their community.
That's why every dollar makes a difference. In Champaign, Jen Lask, WCIA3, your local news leader.
There are about 150 businesses in Buy Black Chambana's directory. People can donate to the relief fund through Venmo or Cash App. Each business that's chosen won't be able to receive money again until every other business has also received funding, and the goal is to then repeat that cycle. Meanwhile, leaders are preparing for tomorrow's Champaign County Community Coalition meeting. This meeting comes in the midst of national calls for police department reforms. Both Champaign's mayor and police chief are asking people to participate in that meeting as they look at changes that need to be made.
I think that over the course of, the next few months, there are going to be emerging best practices from cities all over the nation, and there will be opportunities for all of us to learn from each other.
Police Chief Anthony Cobb spent today meeting with various community leaders and groups. In a statement, Champaign police say, quote, "We remain committed to listening, learning, and working alongside the community to help foster positive, meaningful, and necessary change," end quote. That coalition meeting will be held over Zoom at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. We have a link to that on our website, WCIA.com. New for you tonight, Illinois Republicans hammered Governor Pritzker for breaking his own social distancing rules to attend a Black Lives Matter rally. In a statement, the Illinois GOP said, quote, "He poses for a photo op while undermining whatever credibility he had left on his coronavirus restrictions." They continue, quote, "The governor flaunting his disregard for his own rules is a slap in the face to every Illinoisan who has been diligently following them," end quote. We asked the governor if he's concerned he is sending mixed signals on social distancing.
As a public official, I go around and preach that to everybody. Sometimes I go places and it's very difficult to get socially distanced when an awful lot of people show up, and I'm not going to run away. And especially at this moment, it's important to express ourselves.
The governor said it was important to stand with protesters who push for progress despite the risks of spreading COVID-19. He and the Department of Public Health have advised if you have attended a protest, you should get tested for coronavirus. And today, the governor called on Illinois Republicans in Congress to condemn President Trump's remarks about a 75-year-old man from Buffalo. The two police officers seen on that video shoving the man to the ground now face criminal charges for assault. But on Twitter, President Trump repeated a conspiracy theory that the man, quote, could be an Antifa provocateur. He said, quote, "I watched, he fell harder than was pushed, could be a setup, question mark." Several Republicans in Congress declined to comment on the president's statement, so we asked the governor if they should.
Yeah, or they should leave office. I mean, honestly, if you can't see, anybody watching that video knows that he was pushed. So, he's just making things up. He does that all the time. And if the Republican representatives in the state of Illinois can't talk about that, can't call it out when they see it, they shouldn't be holding public office.
We reached out to Congressman Rodney Davis for a comment. So far, his office has not responded. We have an update to a shooting that happened in Decatur over the weekend. The woman who was shot and found near the Garfield underpass has died. The Macon County coroner says 22-year-old Shamila Sanders died this afternoon. He says Sanders has been on life support since Saturday, and an autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow. Paul Folks was arrested yesterday. He faces murder charges. Levonsky Folks was arrested on Sunday, and he is being charged with aggravated discharge of a firearm. Today marks 3 years since Yingying Zhang was last seen alive. Zhang was a visiting scholar at the U of I. She was kidnapped and killed by Brent Christensen. The family's attorney says he just talked to Zhang's father a few days ago. He says Zhang's family still doesn't have closure because her remains were never found, and the FBI says the case is closed. However, a memorial fund was created in her memory at the U of I. It's called Yingying's Fund and will help international families in crisis. One person is in custody after a traffic stop led to a chase. Decatur police say they pulled over a car today and the driver got out and ran to a nearby house. Police blocked off the area and ordered the person to come out. 7 people exited and the driver was arrested. Police found 2 illegal guns and suspected drugs. They say they also found evidence in the suspect's car, but would not say what that evidence is. If it's your birthday, normally you're the one getting a gift, but one boy decided to flip the script. Plus, COVID-19 is a public health problem, but doctors are noticing it's causing some to forego health care. And later, one high school senior has made his collegiate decision. We'll tell you who he signed with.